welcome to a massive, massive day for AFC football history. Welcome to the Great Lakes NPSL Conference Final. I'm Stephen Caroli, and I'm joined by Ryan McGinnis, and we are just so excited to present to you this match.
Yeah.
Ryan, what do we feel?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fun match. It's a rematch of last year's conference championship. So these teams have been here before, played each other in the biggest stage like we did last year, and I think we're in for a good one again. These teams met twice this season in the regular season, and AFC was able to bring both of those home. But as we know, everything flies out the window in the playoffs. So right. Anything can happen in this game tonight. It's anyone's game, and we'll see who brings their A game.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure of this match, some players down on the field, they may be saying that they don't feel it, but I promise you, there's some part of them that feels the anticipation that leads up to a final like this. Now, before we get into the dramatics and the match and everything, Ryan, just update us on how both of these teams got here in the playoffs. Yeah,
so for AFC side at least, they captured the number 2 seed in the Great Lakes Conference and faced Cleveland SC. Cleveland SC got to travel down here a couple days ago and play the semifinal. That game was another fun one, another one where Cleveland SC actually beat Ambassadors twice this season. So again, no one really knew how that was going to go. We knew it was going to be a good game, and AFC pulled out a gritty win, I'd say. Found a good goal early on and dug deep, defended hard, and then found a penalty later on too. So a fun game there, but I think on the other side was a super fun game as well. Obviously, it was at the same time as our game, so we didn't get to watch it fully, but we did have it kind of pulled up on the side so we can get some updates. And Flower City did take down the number 1 seed, Erie Commodores. So a fun game over there. I think Flower City took it home in the 87th minute, if I'm remembering correctly. So 2 fun games, 2 fun semifinals, and now we're here, and a trophy on the line, and a trip to the national playoffs on the line as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We know we've been talking about all year long just about how strong the top 4 of the NPSL Great Lakes Conference is.
Yeah.
And really, any matchup, any sort of seeding, it could go any way. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Yep.
2 versus 4 at an unlikely stadium. Everybody was expecting that the championship would be played in Erie, Pennsylvania, but that is just not the case. And the NPSL Great Lakes Conference really is unpredictable. This game is unpredictable. The history between these two, AFC 2-0 on the season versus Flower City Union. Those games did come at the start of the season, though.
Yeah.
So a lot of time for Flower City to well over the losses, look at the tape, and formulate a game plan to take down a team that has already taken them down twice.
100%. Should be an interesting one here. Quick start and a free kick already won for Flower City. Flower City in the all-purple kits today. Pretty clean kits, I must say. And Ambassadors in the home white jerseys for today's game. And, it's going to be a fun one. I know we were in the locker room beforehand, getting ready to go, listening to the pregame speeches. And, while it was a relatively calm environment, the boys were laughing and, maybe paying attention to the England match and, to staying calm. I think you could definitely sense some excitement in the air and definitely a feeling that they were ready to go.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a great mindset to be in. You don't want to put your whole emotion and life on the line just for this game because you might overstep. You might do a little bit too much. You might do what is not necessary, as Ryan Deed said prior to this game. But it is really about keeping a level head and managing the difference between confidence and also anxiety, meeting right in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we see now, Flower City holding possession to start this match, looking to get inside of AFC's block, and they do, down the right-hand side, and they are going to recircle up to the top, and now out wide. That is number 6, Bamford.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of defensive start for AFC tonight, but nothing that we're not used to. Even in the semifinal on Wednesday against Cleveland, Cleveland had a lot of possession in AFC's half, and it kind of felt like it was a scary start, and, we kind of felt like we were in for how Cleveland played us the 2 regular season games this year. But then just like that, AFC got a good attack going and went up 1-0. So this defensive start may be a little nervy for some, but I think it's nothing new for this Ambassadors side.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing about this Ambassadors team is whether it's defending, holding possession, or looking to attack as hard as they can, all on the same page as Szymanski puts in a great through ball to Amir Spratt. And this shot is saved for the moment. He keeps going, and it is saved again. Number 3, Ryan Fitzgerald.
Save. I must say, I was sure that it was going to be offsides.
That's why I didn't raise my voice.
Yeah, 100%. I was sure it was going to be offsides. I was eyes staring at the assistant referee on our side here, and I thought he was going to, wait a second and raise his flag after Spratt got a touch on the ball, but offsides and no call, and AFC's got a corner here.
A really good chance for AFC. A beautiful ball put in by Zach Szymanski, and Kersey now on the corner for AFC. This one swung in towards the front post, and it is grabbed by number 1 Carter Kladstrup very convincingly.
I also wonder if, Amir Spratt, it kind of felt like he hesitated, didn't have as clinical of a finish as we normally see from the number 9. And I kind of wonder if he, assumed he was offsides and just his brain was kind of on that and not fully focused on finishing the ball. But, as we know, anything can happen. And, sometimes there's calls that are made and some that are not made. And I think as a player on the field, you just got to be locked in at all times and finish the ball even if you think the flag's going to go up.
Absolutely. Zach Szymanski gets the turnover in the midfield. Kersey out to Spratt on the left-hand wing. This ball put on the outside of his foot and will be easily collected by Kladstrup.
A nice little idea there, but I think just not enough, pace, not enough strength on that ball to really be dangerous at all. Also, no runners running towards that front part of the 6-yard box, so unable to get anyone on the end of that one, but I think it was a good little idea from Spratt there to whip one in.
And this ball is going to just be outside of the way line.
Yep.
It will be a Flower City throw-in. But a good start so far for Ambassadors, holding a decent bit of possession here in the opening only 4 minutes, but also a clear-cut chance as well, something you do not see in the opening minutes of a final.
Yeah, for sure. And also, good bit of possession for Flower City right off the kickoff too, so both teams sustaining some possession, and Flower City did have a little cross into the box that was deflected out by number 14 on AFC, Ben McCauley. But yeah, both teams, I think they're here to play. I think it's going to be a fun match. We'll get into it, yeah.
And it was a fun match last year, a 3-0 loss for AFC. The scoreline does not reflect, how close it really was. There's a couple goals in the second half. But a really just a heartbreaking loss for AFC in their first season in the NPSL. Their second season, they're back against the same team.
Yeah, a lot of exciting moments in that game last year. Another thing to point out is that game and a foul on Matt Scladani in the middle of the park. So each team with one foul as of now. But another thing to point out is that game was in Flower City's, pretty sweet stadium last summer, and the final was in their stadium, and they had their fans rocking, and super fun environment. It was super hot. This year, same team rematch, and AFC's at home now. So I guess we'll kind of see maybe if the travel plays a part into it, or if, that's just how the cards fell last year, and we'll see how they fall tonight.
That is a beautiful start on the distribution side for Omar Najjar. A picturesque ball into Alex Depperschmidt there. It wins a throw-in. My apologies.
Yeah.
As Amir Spratt tries to lay that one off, and this one going to go out for a throw.
I feel like both teams seem relatively calm. Obviously, we're only 6 minutes into the game, so there's plenty of time for everything to happen. But I think both teams they seem pretty relaxed on the pitch.
And this is two teams that obviously met in the final last year, so they have experience playing in a match like this. So, obviously expecting a close match, but also expecting both teams to keep a level head at all times and not get ahead of themselves.
Yeah, for sure. I think something that, like we've said multiple times, this is a rematch back-to-back years. Both these teams have found the conference championship. And not only does that show the skill of both teams, but I think just the maturity and the mentality as well, because it's hard to make it into the championship back-to-back years. I think this might even be the third year in a row for Flower City before AFC joined the league. But yeah, the mentality also shows.
Now Akins outside the box, looking to whip one in. It's in a great spot. Kersey over to Spratt. He fights for it. This one cleared for the moment. And now we are going to get a call against AFC.
Yeah, I think just a high kick there from Szymanski. But it's tough when that ball is, ricocheting head after head after head. It's, I feel like the players maybe kind of become impatient. They're not sure if it's going to bounce or get off the head of another player or, anything like that. So it's kind of like you're waiting. It's up in the air to see what's going to happen. Zach Zemanski didn't really take a full, swing through on the high kick, but he definitely put his foot up there, and I think it did hit one of the Flower City guys. So,
yeah, definitely need to be aggressive in the box if you're both of these teams. If you're able to draw a penalty or somehow just scooch one into the side of the net, I mean, a goal is a goal.
And I think that ball that was just played by the AFC or by the Flower City center back, is one that AFC is happy for now to let up at least. That long ball over the top of every player right into the hands of Bertolini.
As now it is French on the outside driving in. He cuts in, looks for a shot. He finds Spratt. Spratt with the shot. This one deflected out of bounds for the corner.
What a move there by French. A good look. Spratt got into a good position there, but I also think I would have been happy to see French just take a shot on that left foot. Mm-hmm. I mean, we know French is a quality player, and he has the skill to whip those in. So if he took one, but I think it was a really good look by him to find Spratt wide open on that back post. Spratt 2 times now, nearly a chance on the goal.
Zemanski whipped in this one, a strong hand from Kladstrup.
Yeah.
What a punch-out by him.
But, yeah, 2 clear chances on the goal now for Spratt, and oftentimes he finishes those, so it'll be interesting to see if he keeps getting more.
And this one now running out. It looks like it is going to be a goal kick for Flower City. But yeah, Ryan, in the first match of the season, actually, AFC versus Flower City at Rochester.
Yeah.
That match in the beginning, it was Flower City pushing on the gas pedal, creating chances. Nick Bertolini had to work so hard to keep it 1-0 in Ambassador's favor.
Yeah.
Amir Spratt scored at the end of a half on sort of a pressing goal, I want to say. It did not come from possession.
Right.
So we're sort of seeing the inverse right now. Flower City electing to drop back and also press, as you saw the center back give that ball to Nick Bertolini.
Yeah.
So definitely just a different look.
100%. And I think going back a couple minutes to the ball played by the Flower City center back up over the back line of AFC, I was saying, I think that's a ball that AFC can live with for now. At least they're going to feel fine.
As we see Flower City a little threatening, and they will keep the ball in the final third. This shot going over the bar, just over the bar. Nick Bertolini with good sense not to touch it.
Yeah. But I was saying that, they would live with that because I think, that ball not even getting on the head of Flower City player and going right to the hands of Bertolini is a safe one. But also, today in the pregame speech, Ryan Dean was heavily, hitting on the fact that, second balls have to be won, have to make contact in the air, have to be the bigger team on those 50-50s today if you want to win this game. And also a thing to point out as a run is coming
really
here.
Good play here from Flower City. Nick Bertolini outstretched to the box,
good
and
play
he makes
by him.
A great save. Yes.
Yeah, but another thing to point out is Ryan Dean was talking about, when we're attacking or defending those 50-50s and defending set pieces and stuff, Flower City normally has a guy who's extremely athletic and able to win those balls. We've seen him. I mean, all of the games that AFC's played, he's a top-class player and one to be wary of. But he's not on the pitch tonight, not traveling with Rochester to the game tonight. So it's an interesting one.
As we see now a good ball put in by Amir Spratt, the outside of his foot right there. That was
I like
class.
that. And another corner for AFC. That's another thing I wanted to point out from the pregame speech. Head coach Ryan Dean and assistant coach Gustavo, they were talking, and Gus is huge on getting set piece goals. Always wants to win a set piece goal. And Ryan Dean, said, before every set piece we have today, close your eyes, visualize it going in, visualize what you're going to do, winning the ball. Close your eyes before it gets kicked, take a deep breath, and then go get it done. So a set piece goal would just be absolutely exciting for Gus today.
Kersey into the first goalpost, and it is cleared quickly. But a second try at a cross. It's going to meet Amir Spratt, and he will have a touch, but it will run out of bounds. Flower City restart.
Yeah, just unable to really get anything on that ball. Probably didn't know if he had time to take a touch and settle it and have a hit, or if he had to hit it out of the air. And I got to say, if the ball is, 50 feet in the air coming down at you from across the field, it's going to be hard to get a good strike, a good clean strike on that ball.
I'll tell you what, if I was down there in Amir Spratt's place, that ball would be on the highway.
I think if I was him, I would just whiffed it. Yeah. And it would have been behind me.
That's also a possibility. As French has this one in the midfield, finds a good pass to Diego Pinto. He's surrounded by defenders, and he's going to just kick it into the box. You
can see what Pinto's thinking there. You can see the idea, hoping that maybe Zemansky out on the right was going to run in and get on the end of that one. But, again, just not on the same little wavelength there. But, I think Ambassadors have to be happy with the start. I mean, obviously not too happy because it's 0-0 and it's early on in the game. But I think you have to be somewhat happy because you're having the ideas, you're having the chances, like things are flowing a little bit. You have 3 corners already. And, you just got to hope that one of your guys up top can finish one.
Yeah, AFC look like they have a different level of confidence, especially compared to last year in the final.
Yeah, for sure. Well, not only I feel like, maybe that does come from it being at home and it's, a place you're more comfortable with and it's a routine you're more comfortable with. Like, you don't have to wake up super early and get on the bus for 5 hours and then, get off and play in a stadium you're not familiar with, in a locker room you're not familiar with. This is a area that all the boys know. They feel comfortable coming here. It feels like home. So I think, that helps. But I think, like you said, like having that experience in the championship last year, obviously I'm sure they were nervous for it. It felt like they were. I was. So I think having that experience and being like, we've been here before. We know how this feels and we can deal with it. So let's go see if we can get it done.
And we'll see how they handle the pressure right now as Flower City have a ton of players pushed up the field. Omar Najjar going to put this one towards Diego Pinto. He looks to flick over the head of the defender, but he keeps possession and plays to Akins. Akins now with a decent ball into Zach Zemansky. Zemansky touches on his chest, and this one taken away by Flower City. That's number 6, Bamford. French regains possession now. Looking for an alleyway. He'll give back to Akins.
Some beautiful possession there from AFC to get out of that attacking press of Flower City.
So you see now Kersey puts in a big ball, collected easily.
Yeah, just not able to find anyone on the end of that. Not in the area you want it to be. A little too close to the goalie there, and easy save for them. I also want to say, something to focus on today, we've already seen him make big saves, but Flower City's goalie was the man of the match for them in the semifinal against the top-ranked Erie Commodore. So, he's a top-class player. He's ready to play a big game tonight. So I'm sure we'll keep seeing the saves that he makes.
I mean, I saw some of those highlights. He was flying into the frame like it was like a jump scare from a horror movie. It was so fast. It was unreal. Definitely a well-earned man of the match for him in the semifinal.
100%.
As now Pinto controls a beautiful pass by Omar Najjar, splitting multiple players. As now Spratt gives off to his goal-scoring mate, Pinto. Pinto cutting across. This shot low and out for a Flower City restart.
Yeah, Pinto probably frustrated there. He didn't get a clean hit on it and didn't get a full look at the goal there. But I think you got to be happy that he's taking a shot there, taking the chances. With the amount of shots and chances the AFC has had on goal already tonight, you've got to think one's coming eventually with the flow of play. But soccer is, football is a funny game, and sometimes it goes against the flow of play, and that's just how it goes. So
we've seen it many times before. Games, especially games like these where it's win or go home, they are won in moments.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Cleveland as we see a good ball for Flower City. Number 11, that's Nick Rippey, playing into Flower City, and this one cleared. That was number 22, Avalon, who was running on, as this one goes out of bounds for a Flower City throw-in. In a pretty decent spot, going to hold possession.
Yeah, Flower City, I'm sure would like to, relax on the ball, calm down a little bit, get some possession sustained if they can. They're going to whip one in close to the box, won by Ben McCauley.
French now, looking to keep possession for AFC. A beautiful ball into Diego Pinto, who has a nice touch. He escapes 2 defenders, holding on to the ball ever so slightly. French.
I think that has to be, referee just waiting for advantage there. Clearly, French getting clipped by the Flower City defender. The defender knows it as well. But, I think that's another thing that we were talking about, at least on the semifinal on Wednesday, is oftentimes in these playoff matches, the semifinal and the final especially, I think, soccer refs, they kind of understand, the game they're reffing, and of course they're going to ref it how they always do in a clean game. But I think sometimes refs in these playoff games like to let the guys play a little bit. Mm-hmm. They won't call, yellow cards or close fouls early into the game as early as they would in a regular season or preseason friendly. So I think they kind of let the boys get into the flow of the game a little bit, let some fouls go, physical game. And I think, that's what you want as someone to watch the game, and that's probably what the players want as they're playing too.
Yeah, you want the effort to meet the moment. I mean, this is the final, and the referee's definitely expecting the intensity just to be, times 10 compared to a regular season game. And now Flower City going to get a foul to go their way as Diego Pinto brought down number 98, Kyle Nelson, who was driving in from the back line.
Yeah, I have a feeling there Diego knew what he was doing with that one, just a little shove in the back. End play right there before any counterattack could happen as this ball gets crossed in.
A good cross. This one into the box. Ben McCauley with a huge clearance. Pinto in the area and now brought down by Skladany. He's moving with some steam. Pinto, Skladany on the run, and it's the wrong ball.
That's not the area to play in. If Pinto took a little look over his right side, glanced over that way, he would have seen Matt Skladany in the open field with a defender nowhere near him. I understand trying to get it to Amir Spratt, of course, because he's as dangerous of an attacker as you can get. But Skladany in that moment would be on a breakaway.
Yeah, we've seen Skladany play a lot in that deep-lying midfielder sort of role, but people forget he is deadly offensively.
Yeah, he's a finisher.
As we now see Flower City looking a bit threatening here. This cross swung in. Omar Najjar meets it with his head. And now a hesitation and a shot. It was a good opportunity for Nick Rippey.
Yeah, good look there at the top of the box. Kind of, shuffle, body feint past the defender and then have a strike. A good look, but just couldn't keep it down. And we see the effort that these boys are putting in for the game tonight on both sides, but right there, defender Omar Najjar got on his hands and knees to clear that ball out with his head. So these boys aren't going to let anything go easy this evening in Canton.
No, absolutely not. Every challenge, every 50-50 ball is going to be met with 100% exertion. As now Diego Pinto looking to flick on Brendan French. He looks to keep this one, but he's going to get caught.
I think an underrated aspect of Pinto's game, the NPSL player of the month and everything like that. And, there's no understating of how good he is. We all know how good Pinto is. But I think an understated aspect of his game is the ability to flick on when those big passes come from Bertolini in the back line, and the ability to win a ball in the air. Pinto is just so good at it. And not only win it, but flick it into a place where his teammate can get on the ball. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, not only is he tall, but he is athletic as all get up. I mean, he sends rockets into the back of the net, but he can also jump out into the sky as well. As that shot blocked by AFC, Brendan French sprinting to meet Rippey. As now Flower City in a little bit of a rondo here, it looks like, and now they'll center it back to number 98, Nelson.
Yeah, and after a flurry of shots and chances in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the game, we do see Flower City now with a little bit more sustained possession, where AFC had it at first, and now roles have kind of reversed here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, both top quality head coaches meeting in this match. You don't have to know their resumes or anything about them. Just look at the product on the field, and you know that both of these teams are coached to the highest quality.
Yeah, for sure. Look at the product on the field, but also look at both teams have made it to the championship game 2 years in a row. So I think that speaks for itself. Not only the quality players on both sides, but just a quality player isn't going to get your team to the championship. You also have to have some good coaching and tactics behind that. So I think you're 100% correct on that one, Steve.
Yeah. And Ryan Dean, under the age of 30, his first 2 years in the NPSL.
Yeah.
2 finals. Just, obviously we do not know the outcome of this game yet, but either way it goes, such an accomplishment for the young head coach.
Yeah, 2 finals in his first 2 seasons in the NPSL. Also nominated for NPSL Head Coach of the Year in both his first 2 seasons of the NPSL. So, I mean, this guy's a quality coach.
We see it firsthand every single game day, sometimes at trainings when we go.
Yeah.
And it is a joy to watch him grow and develop as well.
For sure.
As we now see a restart here for AFC, going to hold possession now after a spell of Flower City in the final third.
Yeah, I'd like to see AFC kind of hold on to the ball here if they can, get some sustained possession again, and Amir Spratt and the defender all over each other, and Spratt gets out of it and gets shoved from behind. That's going to be foul all day of the week after the physicality going on between Spratt and the defender.
That's class by the white shirt, number 9,
Indeed.
Amir Spratt.
Indeed.
Kersey over top this one. He's going to take it quickly, and it's into Amir Spratt once again. He's got a defender on his back, 2 now. He gets it away. Zach Szymanski over to Kersey. Kersey looking to put in a cross. He puts in a shot, and this one easily saved by number 1, Carter Kladstrup. But AFC still threatening after a spell of Flower City possession.
I think someone who we've also talk about a lot from the AFC side, at least looking at Flower City in the last 2 seasons and all the games we've played against each other is, their center back right now, I believe that's number 98. But yeah, just a quality player, a strong defender who wins those 50-50s, wins those headers, and can distribute the ball as well. So definitely someone to pay attention to when you're, if you're AFC looking at the scouting report at least, or at least from up here in the press booth. Someone we always have our eyes on.
Yeah, such a strong player. Kind of the likes of Omar Najjar, just in their impacts on the teams. I mean, a squad isn't complete with either of them not in it. As now Amir Spratt holds this ball with the defender on his back. He gives to Omar Najjar, but he has pressure. He quickly escapes it. And this one put towards French. It's cleared for the moment, touched by Kersey. And now he puts in a ball to Diego Pinto.
It's a good idea again, and Pinto does great to win the ball back.
French now looking across the box. That's for sure a foul, and a yellow straight shown to number 11, Nick Rippey. That is the first card of the game. It was a necessary tackle as well.
Yeah, I think it was too. I mean, French, striding towards that box, getting into a dangerous position with his teammates running around him. But Rippey just ripped him down off the shoulder, and no doubt a yellow card about that. I'll be honest, I don't even think to say rip like that. That sounded like I planned that. I didn't plan it, but I guess it works. But now, a dangerous location here on the free kick from AFC. I have to believe they're going to take a hit on this one just from where it's at, especially with the left foot. Oh, I was going to say the left foot of Zach Szymanski, but Alex Depperschmidt stepping up and looking to take this one. So let's see what he can do here.
The Mount Union All-American last season. He is just as complete as a player as it gets, standing over this one as Kersey comes over to have a talk.
Not so fast. Kersey wants to look at this one too. Kersey's someone who also can put a wonderful strike on the ball.
Absolutely. Both of these two spreading out across the ball. A wall of 5 for Flower City. A big moment here in the 26th minute of the NPSL Great Lakes Conference Final. Kersey, a stuttered run-up. Depperschmidt, the shot! It was looking for the top left corner. It was searching, but just couldn't find it.
Yeah, great look there by Alex Depperschmidt. I mean, that one was, like you said, curling towards that top left corner. He put a good strike on it. Just a little too much on it, not able to, get it down in the region of the net. But a good strike nonetheless. Maybe looked a little bit more scary than it was down on the field. Goalie definitely had that one covered. But, yeah, it was a good strike nonetheless.
A great moment for AFC. And they are just looking to keep producing great moments like that.
Yeah, 100%. Najjar now with a big ball over the top. Flower City player meeting it first. Kersey coming in with a flying tackle, and that was going to be a throw-in. Flying challenge, I should say, not a tackle. A flying tackle would be pretty dangerous.
That might be a red. As now Flower City just looking to put some momentum towards their way once again. Had a bit of a spell just about 10 minutes ago, but AFC has dictated this game from the start.
Yeah, most definitely. Both teams, like you said, having possession on the ball and getting chances. We have seen Flower City with some good possession, whipping it around between all 10 outfield guys and, trying to find those moments where they can take a shot, and they have certainly done that.
Yeah, just looking to see which side will falter first. Both looking very strong at the moment, as this will be touched out by an AFC defender in a corner for Flower City Union. That's number 14, Jack Hobson, at the Pinnacle.
I think this is the first corner, if I'm not misunderstood. I think this is the first corner of the night for Flower City. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Corner whipped in towards the back post. Nelson was there, but well defended by AFC. Pinto had him covered.
Yeah, and I think if I'm Flower City, that's exactly who I'm looking for every time, too. Just get ahead on that ball. And obviously, I mean, like we said, we've seen him play plenty of times the last 2 seasons. So we know how good he is, but can definitely win one in the air. But you did see something interesting there. The AFC striker, Diego Pinto, was the one marking him defensively. So a battle there for sure.
A wise choice as well. Pinto may be the most physical player on this AFC team, with exception to maybe Omar Najjar. But French, now with a flurry of defenders around him, Skladany settles things down, and now Akins, a load of pressure here, but a great out by Jordan Akins. What a ball to Kersey, and what a ball from Kersey into Pinto. He has time and space. Pinto, the low-driven cross,
good defensive work, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like we said, it's a final, so these boys are going to be putting their bodies on the line, and that's exactly what the Flower City defender did right there.
As now we see Spratt looking to get around one defender. He does. Meeting the second, stopping, getting up off the ground, and it is taken away by Flower City. Number 10, Dylan Rice, a quality player for Flower City as well. We've heard his name a ton of times in our meetings. But now Zach Szymanski shown a yellow card.
Couldn't tell if that one was for, I don't think it was for foul. I think it was for simulation maybe, which is a nicer word for flopping.
Mm-hmm.
But I think so. And Zach Szymanski not happy with the call, but the ref not happy with how Szymanski's talking back to him. So a little more of a talking to here.
Yeah, Szymanski got to be careful. One of the more aggressive players and the more passionate players.
I was going to say, just straight passion there. I mean, not only passionate, but someone who knows the game probably better than anyone on that AFC side. He has a deep understanding for the game. And, as any player does, they feel like they know the correct call on the field compared to what the ref makes. So,
especially in a match like this, I feel like emotions just run so high.
For sure.
And when you get a foul called on you, there's some times where you just can't hold yourself back maybe.
Yeah, no, it's fair, and I think it's hard to do that for sure. But I also think, not a situation where, Szymanski would want to get a yellow card. Maybe it was a foul and we missed it, and he got a yellow for the foul. But I think it was for simulation, if I'm remembering correctly. I, again, didn't see it fully up here, but I didn't really see a foul either.
So we now see Depperschmidt take away this throw-in, but put right back past the way line for another throw-in.
Yep. And I wonder if we're going to see, it looks like we're going to see another long throw from the Flower City side. We've seen a couple of them today.
As now awaiting. And now played in.
Just kidding.
Crossed over. Macaulay with a half clearance. Is now number 11, Rippey, looking to make something happen. He will recycle this one back to number 6, Bamford.
Yeah, I think it was a good job there by AFC to not let a ball get crossed into the box as one comes in now.
Met by the head of a Flower City attacker, but it is caught by Bernalini. So it will stay with AFC and looking to break out of this Flower City press.
Yeah, they're going to go short here. It'll be interesting to see how Najjar and the backline can deal with this. I mean, it's a pretty intense press from Flower City, a pretty high-up press, and not trying to let AFC get out of their own half at all, but they do.
Putting it towards Amir Spratt way, that's a good solution. Spratt driving in, and it is stopped by the Flower City defense. Nelson out to the right-hand sideline. Zemansky meeting him, and Najjar looking to settle back into the feet of Flower City for the moment. A great turn in the midfield and a great play by number 12, Nate Masucci. He draws the foul. Great individual play by the man right there.
Yeah, for sure. That free kick played a little too early. Ref wants it to be a little more set up. But yeah, no, great individual play there to win that free kick and have a good physical presence on the ball to make AFC commit a foul.
Yeah, this looks like so far almost like a battle of direct pressure versus re-pressure, whereas Flower City is looking to send it in to AFC's backline so they can trap them, as we now see an injury here.
Yeah, not something you want to see there.
Joey Avalone, the ball was still in play, and he started limping towards the sideline.
Yeah, just kind of came up quickly out of his run and kind of started hopping and being light on one leg. Trying to walk it off maybe. He's still on his feet, but definitely in some pain. Not sure what happened holding.
Looks like it might be a cramp.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell.
Still on his feet.
I think waiting to see, and I think he's going to be fine, but definitely doesn't look like he's able to put a ton of weight on that leg right now, but I think he's going to be fine based off how things are looking. Ref walking away, allowing play to go on, trainer not needing to come on the field. Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. He pulled up really quickly. It almost like made me feel nervous about a muscle strain or something like that, because he kind of just was running non-contact and then stopped his run. So, yeah, again, don't know, but he looks to be okay, which is a good sign.
Absolutely. As now this ball going to dribble out. Brendan French trying to keep it, but just a little bit of a mistouch.
Yeah.
Is now Rippey going to send this one back to the captain, Bamford. And a beautiful pass from Rippey over to Nelson to escape some pressure from Zemansky. Nelson putting this ball into the back line, met by Jordan Aiken's foot.
Yeah.
And now Skladany putting some pressure, joined by Zemansky. This ball just outside of the 18-yard box. Now driving forward. A beautiful pass to Rippey. He looks to get around the center back, and might be some simulation on that one as well.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what happened there. I felt like an AFC player maybe going for the header and kind of just caught Rippey in a place where he did not want to get hit based off how he's reacting right now. But, yeah, definitely
a good play by him, though, to
try
to get around the defender and draw some contact.
Got into a dangerous spot for sure. But AFC dealt with that one, and now Flower City with the possession again.
Nelson has been serving all night long, and this one not going to work out as Bertolini will reset. Pressure still up from Flower City as their midfield drops a little bit, and this one just sent into the back line.
I don't know what they're... Oh, they're saying I think they're saying the ball was rolling on Bertolini's kick.
I mean, Bertolini would be happy with that.
I was going to say, him getting a re-kick right now is not the worst, because that just went straight to Flower City's possession. So
exactly.
Bertolini kind of gets away with one there.
Yeah.
He almost looked upset that the ball was rolling and the ref made him re-kick it, but I think if he thought about that one a little bit more, he might be somewhat grateful.
And Bertolini, just a massive leg on him. Every single kick from him going well beyond the halfway line. As French keeps this one, gives it to Zemansky. Zemansky, quick feet. Pinto, brought down hard, and that is an immediate whistle. Don't think it's going to be a card, but it's worthy of a threatening free kick.
Yeah, and a good sportsmanship moment there from Pinto, and I think that was Nelson, the defender on him. Somewhat looked like a hard challenge based off of how they collided, but Pinto immediately got up, didn't wait on the ground. Pinto immediately got up, and Nelson was there to give him a little high five, and play keeps going. So
yeah, two physical players understand the intensity of this game, but a great opportunity. The last opportunity we saw more suited for a left-footed player. This one set up for a right.
And Pinto on this one. I mean, we were talking earlier. I think Pinto has the hardest shot I've ever seen a soccer player hit in my life.
Especially up close.
Yeah, especially up close during warm-ups, during practice and stuff. Sometimes it just Makes me a little confused on how he can hit a ball with that much power. But he has a shot here, and this would be an excellent moment.
Pinto taking the shot. Ooh. It is saved by Kladstrup.
And a good little idea there from Pinto, kind of sneak it lower, try and go around the wall. Maybe didn't feel like he could get it up and down over that wall in time to get a goal, but good save there from the goalie again. Way to be good reaction and in the spot where he needed to be. Good defensive work from Spratt to win it back.
Amir Spratt with a gorgeous turn to keep possession. And now Omar Najjar placing this one to Pinto. This one flicked onto Zemansky and a confident collection by Kladstrup. That was very nice.
I think, if anything, from what we saw of the highlights of Flower City's Erie Commodore semifinal game, is that Kladstrup, the goalie, is as confident as could be and doesn't waste a moment to make a save.
This ball whipped in by French. It's cleared. French, dangerous from a position like that. He has had so many assists on the AFC season from crosses coming in from about that position.
Good defensive work there from Skladany to just force that one towards the touchline, and that one goes out for a throw. And AFC can restart here with possession. It'll be interesting to see if either team can find a breakthrough before halftime, or if we'll go into halftime with this one still 0-0.
Feels pretty level. The scoreline says it, 100%. And I would say the product on the field says it as well. As now Aikens driving up the right-hand side just past midfield now, looking to put this one deep in the corner for Kersey. It's just overhit.
Yeah, not the ball there that needed to be played from Aikens, but didn't have too many options with defenders closing him down. Tried to get anything off his foot before they came in with a tackle. So not a ton else he could do there, but yeah, just put a little too much leg through that one, and it's a goal kick for Flower City.
And AFC high up into the Flower City side, as now that forced a little bit of a threatening ball up into Pinto, as now Najjar controls this one nicely, and a beautiful flick by Zemansky flying in there and just so close to leading on Spratt.
Yeah, for sure.
As now Flower City coming down the right-hand side. Omar Najjar over to Kersey, and Kersey driving up that left-hand side. Amir Spratt looks to keep this one in play, cannot.
Yeah, good pressure there again by Flower City. AFC not able to keep possession fully. That one just goes out of play, but Kersey there with good defensive work to win that back. Zemansky looking to keep it now, plays it into a dangerous spot for Depperschmidt. Depperschmidt wins the free kick off of a tackle from the Flower City attacker, and it'll restart here. Ben McCauley to Aikens.
Aikens now. Flower City have numbers up the field to defend. But this one put out of bounds. French will take the throw-in at the midway line. And taken away by Rippey. Now by Aikens, but stays with Flower City. Rippey is on. Looking to take on McCauley. He puts this one into a good area for Rice. Hesitates.
Good challenge there from Kersey.
Yes, very physical and very confident there from Kersey in the middle of the park.
Yeah, fully won the ball. Flower City keeping possession here as we get into the 41st minute of this match.
Spratt looking to flick over a defender, keeps the pressure up. This one handled by Flower City, met by a couple of white shirts here, but over to the other side now. Rippey. And now looking to play back to Nelson. It's going to go all the way back to Kladstrup. And Flower City holding possession once again, looking to get it into the midfield. A good turn, but a good second pressure by Zach Zemansky. Skladany over to Depp. And now Zemansky.
Good little touch.
Great combination here from AFC. Kersey just looking to put that ball in a dangerous area. It's going to run out of bounds.
Yeah, he doesn't find an AFC teammate with that pass, but at least pins Flower City in their own half a tiny bit, and could make it a little more awkward for them to get out of press if AFC does so. But we'll have to see how this one plays out.
Nearing the 45th minute here, we are about 42 minutes into this Great Lakes Conference final. 0-0, pretty level on the pitch as well. As Najjar presses forward, not able to collect that one.
Yeah, good move there by Flower City.
French now looking to defend as well as Akins, who collects this one.
Yeah, good stuff there by Akins just to get his body in front of that ball and win it. Pinto now, yeah, some speed.
What a touch by Diego Pinto looking to take on this defender. Gets around his back and putting this one over to Amir Spratt. Will he be able to catch it? He cannot.
Nearly gets on the end of that one, but does not. Kind of felt like Pinto was going to take a shot there, but kind of maybe would have been an awkward shot on his weaker foot on the left side and kind of outside the box. So a threatening cross, though, just unable to get an attacking.
Both teams looking very threatening in this first half, but no goals to show for it just yet.
Depperschmidt wanting to throw in on that one, but Flower City just keeps it in from being a throw-in, and now we'll recycle it to their back line. 43rd minute here, 44th minute coming up on it.
What a beautiful ball and a gorgeous touch by Rippey, as now he gets around Akins, and that's going to be a decision for the referee. It is going to be a goal kick.
My goodness. I think Akins gets maybe gets away with a little more contact there than was expected. Definitely a little tug on the jersey as Rippey was going around him. Rippey also maybe giving a little tug to get around Akins. So I don't know if the ref saw both and let them play on, or what the ref's thinking was. We can't read his mind, but either way, no penalty given there. Definitely a scary moment for AFC, but they'll restart.
Bertolini boots this one up towards Pinto. A great win by Nelson in the back line. Zemansky now off of the mistake. Looking to draw a foul, he does.
I mean, the way Nelson wins the ball every single time it's in the air on his side, it's crazy. I feel like no doubt now, every time the ball is crossed in or up in the air going towards him, I have full confidence that he's going to win that battle, and it's impressive for sure.
Yeah, Pinto, I mean, just athletic as they come. This is his toughest task of the season by far. As now French on the outside, he'll get to this one, looking to put a cross in, and it's just mishit.
Yeah, just shanks it a little bit. Ball maybe pops up a tiny bit before he hits it, and instead of getting his foot around it and curling it in towards the box with an in swinger, just hits it wrong and goes soaring over the net there.
A position that AFC loves to find him in, just a little bit unlucky there. As Kersey wins the first ball, second ball goes to Flower City. This one put down the sideline, but no winger to run onto it, as Omar Najjar will run back to collect. Najjar looking for a break in the Flower City defense, looking for Zemansky. Zemansky is offside.
And we've just hit the 45th minute here, so extra time is what we're in. Now a little bit of added injury, whatever you want to call it, but not too much longer here. And it's looking like, knock on wood from an AFC perspective, but it's looking like this one might go into half 0-0 before Flower City has one more attacking chance, potentially. But Depperschmidt with some good athleticism. And look at him run past the defenders there. And just maybe AFC can get an attack.
Just making up ground so fast as a beautiful tackle goes in, but Amir Spratt just on it. Spratt looking to get inside the box, working on Nelson. He gives to Zemansky.
Oh, good defense.
As now Flower City. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just going to say that's good defensive work there by Flower City. Zach Zemansky, walking into the box with the ball, gets it passed back to him, and what we thought could have been a clear cut on goal, a Flower City player slides in and puts a stop to that one.
Yeah,
good play.
A threatening move by AFC. It's been happening all first half long for them.
Yeah.
And Flower City threatening as well. And shouldn't be too much added time. I didn't feel like there was too many breaks.
I was going to say, we didn't have a ton of stoppages here in the first half. The game was flowing really well, actually. Just back and forth play and keeping the ball on both sides. So didn't go, not a couple fouls, I guess, maybe leading into the added time, but no injuries, no real long stoppages. So, yeah, like you said, Shouldn't be too much longer here before we get to the break, but you never know. Flower City with the ball in AFC's half now.
As now this one flicked on into the box. Bertolini will touch this one with his feet. And Flower City, with 4 players still in a decent position up the field. That's why Bertolini will send it down to Pinto. And now Kersey will pick up the loose ball. Wow, what a pass and what a turn.
Yeah.
Now Spratt.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo! A beautiful flick onto Zemansky. Zemansky cutting through the defense, looking to put on a shot, and this one just goes wide. It is just so tough when you have Nelson creeping up on you.
Yeah, I mean, just tracked him down there fully, put a ton of pressure on that one. Didn't really give Zemansky a lot of time to decide, do I want to cross it? Do I want to take a shot? So Zemansky just had to kind of get off his foot before the defender came in.
I think the question for AFC is, can they drag out Nelson to maybe take on a threatening chance like that? And can they maybe get someone on the back post so they can go
find
around
the ball
him?
In the box.
It is impossible to go through him.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a fair point. But the halftime whistle has come, Steve. First 45 minutes in Canton of the Great Lakes Conference Championship game is over. Any thoughts before we head to the break?
Yeah, I feel like both teams, have a good hold on this game. I feel like both teams still pretty confident. I would say the AFC has dictated a little bit more of this match just with possession and the chances that they have created. Yeah. But I've said it time and time and again, this game is won in moments, and, that's looking to be ever prevalent right now in this final.
Yeah, truly anyone's game. Going to be a super exciting 45 minutes of game left here after a couple minutes of break. But, don't go away. It's going to be a close one. It's going to come down to the very end, I think.
Absolutely.
Unless we see, one team come out of the half with a big, strong push. But, yeah, we'll be right back for a big second half.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to King Field on the campus of Malone University for this second half of the NPSL Great Lakes Conference Championship. I'm your host, Riley Tyna, and I'm here joined by my partner, Stephen Caroli. And, Stephen, I did miss the first half. I wasn't feeling too well. Thank you to Ryan McGinnis for stepping in. But I had to get back on the call for this game because I was so excited waking up this morning, and it kills me that I missed the first half because I really wanted to be here. But this is such an exciting game. It's been an exciting game so far from what I've heard. But going into the second half, what do both these teams need to do to win the Great Lakes Conference Championship?
I think that keeping a level head is going to be the most important factor for both teams. I mean, both teams are testing each other out, creating tons of chances, holding possession. It's been back and forth. I feel like either team, if they are going to let up at any moment, that moment might be the winning goal for the opposition. So I really feel like staying grounded, being confident, not letting the moment get too big. I've said it before. That is going to be the most important factor. But in terms of on the field with the football, just great from both sides. Like I said, about 50-50, I would say. Ambassadors holding a little bit more possession and dictating the game just a tad bit more, but things can flip on its head in a moment.
Yeah, just from watching a little bit of the game so far and hearing your guys' comments on it during halftime, I don't think this is going to be a game where we have a lot of goals in the second half. I think one goal is going to win this game. These two teams are both scrappy. They both have great defense. You know, Flower City didn't have the best regular season, but they proved themselves in the semifinal by knocking off the Erie Commodores, who had only allowed 6 goals all season, and they scored two against them to knock them off. They also have played a lot of other good teams in the Great Lakes Conference close. So I don't think this game, like I said, I don't think a lot of goals are going to be scored. I think whoever gets that first goal is going to hold on to it and come out on top. But we got 45 minutes to decide who is going to score that goal, or I could be completely wrong, and there just could be a flurry of goals, which that would be fun too. That would be a fun game to watch. But
or we could go to extra time and possibly penalties. You never know. I mean,
penalties. We have yet to see that this season.
That would be fantastic. I believe one of the only times, it might be the only time, was I think about 2 or 3 years ago in the NOSL semifinal here at King Field. Went into penalties. AFC lost.
You're showing your age with that one.
I know,
right?
A
while ago. I don't even know what that NOA. What did you say?
NOSL.
NOSL. I don't know what that is. That's before my time. I'm a youngin when it comes to soccer, I guess. But this is definitely shaping up to be an exciting second half of soccer action. I can just see on the field how gritty or how physical it has already gotten, especially in the first half. I saw it just from my short viewing experience. Both teams are playing hard, but as our producer Ryan, that one goes out of the back.
Whoa! Oh no!
Oh, Alex Depperschmidt, who thought he saved the ball from going out of bounds. He would have had great position there to either pass it to a teammate or even take a shot himself, but the referee on the sideline calls it out of bounds, and Flower City will gain possession.
And that's going to have to be the game plan for AFC when Nelson is defending. You have to bring two. You have to bring 2 offensive players just because he is always going to get a touch on that ball. He's so physical and just a very smart defender.
Another physical play there. Zemansky hits the dirt, but no call by the referee. It seems like the referee's just letting a lot of these calls go, letting the kids play. Which for these two teams, with how physical I said they play, how do you feel about that? Do you feel about?
I feel like it's the right decision by the referee, especially in a game with this much stakes, this much pressure. I feel like you don't want to grab onto the game too much as a referee. You want both teams to get exert everything they got just because of it being a final, but as well. Definitely looking to step in if things get a little too heated.
Yeah, especially in a game like this where you got bodies flying everywhere, I think the referee could probably make a call on every single play. There's a call there, but you definitely don't want to take the momentum away from teams. You don't want to step into the game too much as a referee. So I agree with you. I like the call of not overstepping your role as a referee there.
Absolutely.
But 2 minutes into this first half so far, it's been back and forth all game. Both teams kind of trading possession time. No one has been really able to get an edge. I think that one goal is going to be scored in a type of way that's unorthodox.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be. It could be off a set piece, but it's not going to be a clear-cut goal.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. I mean, this game, both of these teams just prepared so well for one another, and they also are just so familiar with one another. I I want to count 6 different meetings in the past 2 years if we include this final and the last final as well. So these two teams, I mean, they're especially just looking to play a little bit not defensive, but I would say I'm trying to think of the word. Just locked in, very focused, not looking to exert anything that could possibly leave something behind.
Yeah, it feels like a rivalry game.
Exactly.
Especially with the circumstance as that one goes to the box. Bertolini's able to track it down. He will pick it up and reset on the back line for AFC. But especially with the situation being last year, with all that happened, Flower City dominating in the final against Ambassadors, with the Ambassadors coming in as the 2 seed and Flower City as the 4 seed. Ambassadors have a little chip on their shoulder. Zach Zemanski trying to break away from the pack. He sticks with it, gets a shot off, and slides it past the goalkeeper. What a shot by Zach Zemanski to put Ambassadors up 1-0 in the 49th minute.
The will of that man right there. Nothing was going to stop him from finding the bottom right portion of that net. What a goal for AFC. What an individual effort by Zemanski. Wow.
Yeah. I thought he was dead in the water when when the Flower City defender got to him, but he was able to sneak by him and get a shot off. I didn't know how he got that shot off, but what a play by Zach Zemanski to give his team the lead in we're pretty early. We're not even we're 5 minutes into this first half.
He is such an ever important player for this AFC team, especially this year. He was inserted into the midfield a couple weeks ago, and he has just rung off a string of high-class performances, and all leading up to maybe the biggest goal of his career right there. Puts up AFC 1-0 in the Great Lakes Conference Final.
Mm-hmm. What a start to this second half. Zach Zemanski, like you said, he was kind of a diamond in the rough for Ryan Dean. Didn't start the season. The first couple of matches, he was maybe came off the bench a little bit, but then once he got his start, I believe it was the Cleveland SC game was his first start, or was it the one before that?
He put in a great performance out in Rochester as well,
yes,
I believe the week before.
And that probably gave him the chance to start, and he took his opportunity, did not take it lightly, and he's been in the starting lineup for every single game for the rest of the season, and it pays off there with a huge goal in the NPSL championship.
And just, wow. I mean, really, I really thought it was Raps when I saw the second defender come. Just the will of him to, make sure that he can get to the ball and sliding as well on that shot, just putting everything on the line for that goal.
Mm-hmm. Just a beautiful shot there from Zemanski. Man, it probably wasn't the best idea for me to, start screaming and jumping up and down, given me not feeling too well. But
how could you not?
Yeah, I know. When someone does something like that, I kind of have to. So hopefully I'll be good, but you never know. But AFC already back on the attack. Diego Pinto looking for a teammate. He's got Skladany in the middle of the field. Spratt trying to track it down in the far side corner. He will. And now AFC has some options. Over to French, trying to maybe fake
he was trying to flick that,
I thought maybe he was expecting someone to be behind him to take that shot. And if someone was behind him, that would have been a perfect shot there with no Flower City defenders at the top of the box.
And just look at how hard this AFC midfield is still working immediately after that goal. Definitely, that comes from Ryan Dean's coaching. After that 1-0 up, many teams would drop back, let their guard down for at least a couple of minutes or seconds. No let up from this AFC team in this big match.
Yeah, there's really no room for error when you're playing a team like Flower City. Like I said earlier, their record for the regular season wasn't the best, but they've proven that they can show up in big games time and time again. Sure, they've had a couple of defeats go their way, a couple bad shots, couple what have you. But they knocked off the number 1 seed in Erie Commodores, and now they're in the championship game. This is not a team you take lightly if you're AFC. So
absolutely not.
Even with the 1-0 lead, you're still putting the foot on the pedal. Is that a foot to gas? Something? Diego Pinto, that one is sent wide. What is the saying?
Mishit.
Oh no, I was. Foot on the pedal. You keep the gas on the
pedal to the metal.
Pedal. Yeah.
That's
something
pretty
with
good.
Gas. I thought gas would be in there. Like you keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Man,
that is what AFC is doing right now, though. I mean, it's preached by Ryan Dean. He told the team a story before the match, just about a time in his playing career where he had a really great performance, and towards the end of 90 minutes, he started to look past it, and before he knew it, he lost the game for his team. So kind of just reminding AFC and his guys that when you go up 1-0, you still have to be present in the moment because anything can happen in the crazy game of football.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to our semifinal matchup against Cleveland, when we were only up 1-0 late in the late stages of the game, and Cleveland consistently had pressure, had possession on our side of the field, we didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
We thought that game could be tied at the entire last 20 minutes. So yeah, this game is definitely not over, as AFC will have to continue to play top ball to notch a win here in the championship. That one goes sailing out of bounds, as AFC will have a throw-in here on the near sideline. But if AFC was to win this game, don't want to look too far. I'm going to knock on wood preemptively, but if AFC was to win this game, they would host a quarterfinal championship, not a championship, but a quarterfinal for all the NPSL teams, because that one goes by Spratt. Spratt's not able to retrieve that pass, but all the teams in the NPSL, they're split up into 8 different conferences, if you're unaware, and then the winner of each of those conferences will play in a big tournament with the final 8 teams. And AFC, if they are able to get a win here against Flower City, they would actually host, and we would be here for another game. We thought last game could be the final time we're on the broadcast. We were like, maybe this could be the final time. We could be here for another game,
right?
And then maybe, who knows? I don't know if after that we're gonna have to check. But Pinto finds his way into the box, dancing around, finds Zemansky at the top, trying to sneak it by or find a lane. Shot of French off the crossbar. It bounces away. Good shot by French, but does not hit the back of the net, and AFC will reset.
Oh my goodness. It was the perfect setup, neatly onto his left foot, just hitting the bar. So close for AFC and Brendan French.
Yeah, now Dylan Rice with Flower City looking to get momentum back on their side. Looking for a foul maybe, but play will continue. And a foul called against Flower City.
Flower City not happy with that stretch of refereeing right there. The sideline all almost up to its feet.
Yeah, it looked like Dylan Rice, definitely the heartbeat of this team. He was on the fast break. Looked like he could have had an opportunity there on the build. Thought he was fouled, went to the ground. Everyone kind of stopped playing for a moment. The referee did not call it, and then Brendan French got possession, and he was fouled. Now, I'm not sure what the holdup is.
I do want to point out the head coach of Flower City Union did get shown a yellow card in that little bit of a break of a play. So he will be booked. I believe that is the 3rd booking of the night. 1 player for AFC, 1 player for Flower City, and now a coach for Flower City.
Mm-hmm. Well, in these playoff matchups, we are definitely used to having the benches and the coaches being shown yellow cards. We've already seen that plenty in the in the last matchup, and then even during our game here against, as Zemansky trying to trying to control it, but he has it cleared away by Flower City. But even in our matchup against Cleveland SC, when we were also tuning into the Flower City Union and Erie Commodores matchup, you could see, like, during the broadcast, I would look down, and it felt like every time there would be a yellow card shown. So both matchups, when you're in a playoff matchup of this caliber, in a situation like this, yellow cards are bound to happen. It's just playing smart as that ball was crossed to the far side. The goalkeeper was able to come up with it. That's Carter Cladstrup. But it's just playing smart enough that you're not going to press too far where to get the red card.
Right.
And basically hamper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that
that's a good word
hamper
for that.
your hamper your team in a big moment like that?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And speaking of pressure, I'm just wondering how long AFC will look for a second goal and push for a second goal, just because especially Ryan Dean. When he's up 1-0, he knows his team can play together. He knows that they can defend in long periods of time, especially towards the end of a match. So just looking at maybe where the timestamp will be when AFC starts to drop things back, that's certainly not right now.
Yeah, well, Zach Szymanski looking to take your advice and try to get back on the attack, but that one's cleared out. Diego Pinto not able to control that pass, or the Flower City defender steps in. But, I've mentioned this before on the broadcast. I absolutely despise it when a team takes an early lead and then just sits back for the rest of the game on defense. Man, I can't stand that because, like I said before, it's basically inviting the other team to come back.
Right.
When you keep up on the offense, you could put a game away in right now. You could put a game away right now if you continue to press on offense and go up 2-0, 3-0, especially in a game where you're like the entire defensive line is locked in. I don't think Omar Najjar has been unlocked. Or Omar Najjar has been locked in since the playoffs started.
Yeah.
Maybe even the regular season started. I don't know how they're going to get a goal by that guy.
Right.
But if you continue with the if you continue with the offensive pressure, things are only going to go your way. You just don't want to overstep it. You don't want to get too aggressive.
Exactly, because it really is a chess match. I mean, if you move a couple cards forward and you leave something behind, and just a little sliver of space for Flower City to pounce, and they might. And so for Ryan Dean, it's a big decision, telling his team the direction he wants them to go in the second half, up 1-0. And I believe in the Flower City Union game here this regular season, I believe AFC went up 1-0, and then Flower City drew 1-1, and then it required a Tyler Harsh winner in the 94th minute or something, 90 plus, for AFC to come out with 3 points. So this game definitely not over, and it's tough to make decisions if you're Ryan Dean with these stakes on the line.
Yeah, I mean, both Flower City Union games of the regular season, we know we've definitely mentioned that Ambassadors swept the regular season against Flower City, but both those matchups, despite being 2-1, 3-1, I believe it was 3-1 the first matchup, the opening weekend. Yep. Both of those were hard-fought matches.
Oh, yeah.
As Diego Pinto has a shot on the goal, and he gets it by the goalkeeper again, and Ambassadors go up 2-0. I was not expecting that, but Diego Pinto with the surprise and a great goal to go up 2-0.
You don't expect it because he makes it look so effortless every single time. Finding that back right portion of the net. It's wearing out. There might be a hole through the back portion of that net by the end of the night. 2-0 up by our main man, Diego Pinto. He's been doing it all season long. He just puts the ball in the right spots, and that leads AFC to a 2-goal lead.
Diego Pinto led the regular season for the Great Lakes Conference in goals. I believe he had 13. He had one in the previous matchup versus Cleveland SC in the semifinal. He had that to put the dagger in the mid-80th minute, and another goal there to give the Ambassadors a 2-0 lead here with 60 in the 62nd minute. But again, you can play a little bit. You can calm down a little bit if you're AFC, but you also don't want to back off too far, because Flower City could definitely still come back. But Definitely a great start to this second half for Ambassadors.
The old adage, a 2-0 lead is the scariest lead in football. So going to have to make sure they are still careful, but can definitely drop back, a little bit more quicker as this game goes into the second half.
Yeah, the 2-0 lead, you can, Egypt. Was it Egypt that had 2-0? See, I know soccer.
Yes, there you go. Absolutely.
Up with my soccer.
Uh-huh.
Argentina defeated Egypt
Crazy game
in the second half, with being down 2-0.
And that could be, 2-0 lead. Yeah, that's the situation that AFC is hoping for at least, and that Flower City, it needs to become a reality for them.
Yeah. You better, if you're Flower City, you're hoping that you can get on the board sooner than later, because waiting until the 70th, 80th minute to try and get back in this game, especially with how good AFC's defense has been in this postseason and in the regular season, you're going to want the momentum to start kicking your way immediately.
Absolutely. As I believe we've actually seen maybe 3 clean sheets in a row for AFC, 12-0, 11-0, 11-1.
Yeah, they got a goal in the it was like the 90th minute.
Either way, I believe 1 goal in their last 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 goal in their last 4, including
this game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We all the 3 gents in this broadcast booth just knocked on wood. All of you watching at home, if you're an Ambassadors fan, should knock on wood. Flower City, I'm guessing you don't want to knock on wood.
No,
you're joining it. But thanks for joining us anyway. We appreciate all the viewers.
And I really feel like Flower City has done a pretty decent job, but it's just those moments once again. I mean, AFC gets into the box and Zach Szymanski makes things happen while he's on the floor, and Diego Pinto with an unexpected perfect strike into the side netting. It's just these moments that AFC have really capitalized.
Yeah, in a game like this where both defenses are very solid and these teams are very evenly matched, like I said, it's not going to be the goal's not going to be a beautiful set piece where there's going to be passes all over the place. It's going to be a gritty goal where the guy who scores just outworks everyone just for that second. And that's what Diego Pinto did. That's what Zach Szymanski did when he took it away from the Flower City defender to even get that shot off. So that's the type of goals we're in store for if we do get another goal. But that's what you have to do if you're Flower City or if you're Ambassadors to score a goal.
Yeah, and if you're Flower City, just too much possession for AFC in your half of the pitch. Definitely need to switch the momentum very, very soon.
Yeah, and you guys said it was more like 50-50 in terms of possession time in the first half, and it has been one-sided to say the least in this half. Flower City's had a tough time controlling possession as they now take it onto AFC's side of the pitch.
So you can just see the effort here by Szymanski tracking all the way back from across the field.
Crossed into the box. Najjar clears it out to midfield. Pinto and that was Ryan Fitzgerald fighting for it on the sideline, whose possession it will go with AFC.
Great effort by Pinto there. Just meeting the number 9 for Flower City. I believe he just came on, possibly.
Yeah, that's a sub. Don't have him on my list. We're going to have to look him up.
But, yeah, great physical play by him. And, the coaching by Ryan Dean working out so far, every 1 through 11 for AFC, still giving 110% effort on this pitch despite going up 2 goals.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you see the guy who's leading the entire league in goals give that big of an effort on defense. That's what we talked about a lot with Amir Spratt. His work rate both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball is insane. But you also got guys like Diego Pinto, Alex Depperschmidt, Jordan Akins, who make it happen on both sides of the ball over the course of the 90 minutes, which is why this team has been so successful. Flower City at the top of the box. That's Dylan Rice. Finds a teammate, looking for an open lane past the AFC defense, but it's cleared out and out of bounds. Did the Flower City Union player touch it? Jordan Akins cleared it out, but don't know if it looked like the Flower City Union player wasn't able to come up with it, so or not. He didn't make contact with the ball, so they'll reset. But I was going to say I do feel bad for Nick Bertolini will retrieve the ball in his goal. I do feel bad for Ryan McGinnis. I know he was on the call for the first 45 minutes, and he didn't get any goal calls. And then I come on for the 15 minutes, and I got 2 amazing goals. I feel I feel spoiled.
You're a good luck charm, yeah, exactly.
I thought Ryan McGinnis was the good luck charm. He was on the call for both of our 12-0 and 11-1 victories. But apparently I guess I have something to do with that as well. I don't know. We got to find something for you, Steven.
Yeah, we do. We'll find that eventually.
Hey, if we have another game, we still have another game to figure it out.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
Exactly.
Knock on wood. All you viewers at home will knock on wood as well.
But yeah,
I wanted
to say Jordan Akins put up a man of the match performance in our 2-0 win versus Cleveland SC in the semifinal, and just putting up another great shift as well. Just so solid on that right hand side, and he is tasked with a difficult attacker almost every other night. So props to him for stepping up as always and putting in another great defensive performance so far.
I think this is a surprising move. Is that Dylan Rice going out for? Yeah, that's Dylan Rice going out for Flower City. I am surprised with this. Like I said, Dylan Rice has been the guy for Flower City all year and last year.
Yeah. It is interesting.
It's a surprising call to take him out.
Dylan or Rice, from what I've seen over, I believe I've seen about 5 or 6 games between these two. Very physical, very defensive in the center of the park. So just opting for maybe a more offensive mind as they are 2 goals down.
Yeah. But AFC holding strong with a 2-0 lead as Flower City has a long ball down deep inside AFC territory. Another shot. That one's mishit by number 9 for Flower City. But looked like there could have been a good opportunity there for Flower City to make something happen as they're still on the attack. Trying to get it by Omar Najjar, but he's able to play good defense. But I wanted to bring out, you mentioned Jordan Akins, and when you got guys like, when Max Brown was here earlier, when you have Omar Najjar on the back line, we'll just go out of bounds. I think Zach Szymanski was looking for a foul call.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got guys on the back line, like you got Brendan French, you got Omar Najjar, even Max Brown when he's here, Jordan Akins kind of gets overlooked in that sense, but he is such a big part of this team that it feels like every game we're saying something about Jordan Akins. And like you said, he had such a great match in the semifinal against Cleveland. And it feels like we haven't given him enough love.
No, I agree. I mean, it is tough on that right-hand side. You have a big responsibility physically just from defending and also having to run up and down the pitch. But he always steps up to the task, because we are going to see, I believe that's
Tyler Harsh.
Tyler Harsh coming on for Brendan French, I believe.
Yep.
And definitely a defensive substitution right there.
Yeah. We saw Brendan French come out. I think Tyler Harsh actually substituted for him in the last game against Cleveland. As now Zach Kersey has possession in Flower City Union territory. It's kind of been back and forth with Flower City kind of controlling possession for the past 5 or so minutes, but again, nothing resulting on the scoreboard because of it. As now they'll just kind of reset on their back line as we only have about 19 minutes to go here in regulation. Don't think there's going to be a ton of injury time unless something big happens in these last 19 minutes. So I don't think there's been too many stops. Yeah,
I get a couple minutes for 2 of the goals, but as of right now, that's about all I can see.
Yeah. Flower City Union trying to hit their man across the field, but it's headed away by Jordan Akins.
And AFC just constantly meeting the ball with multiple players, especially when they get deep into their third.
I remember back to the first Erie Commodores game, the one here at home. It felt like the entire time our offense wasn't able to get going because of the Erie Commodores' pressure. on the ball and making every pass difficult. That kind of feels like what's going on right here with AFC.
Yeah, definitely
yellow. A yellow card going on Jordan Akins. That was a quick and an astounding yellow card shown to Akins, who slide tackles the Flower City player. But obviously nothing intentional there. Jordan Akins is as we mentioned, he's a fiery player. He's gonna he's always gonna play hard, no matter the score, no matter the time. As we have a substitution,
it was Zach Szymanski, the first goal scorer for AFC tonight, going off for the veteran and just a great choice in Brendan Swan, number 12.
Is that another defensive substitution, you think?
I would say that he is a little bit more of a balanced player, but in terms of experience and the mind that he has, obviously both are very intelligent. Zach Szymanski's so intelligent, but also fresh legs as well from Brendan Swan.
Yeah.
Zach Szymanski, his work rate has been unreal today. So, honestly, definitely a deserved break for him, and I hope he got a standing ovation from outside the press box.
Yeah, if we were outside the press box, we'd definitely be joining in. If there even was a standing ovation, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell when you're in here. You feel like you're in a sound box or, is
just in a remote location. It feels like, yeah.
We're disconnected from the rest of the world once we're in here. But Flower City on the attack, has it stolen away by Jordan Akins or poked away for the moment, and then Zach Kersey, nice job poking it away again. Just making everything difficult for Flower City as that one goes out of bounds. But yeah, the pressure that AFC has been able to manufacture on defense, I don't think Flower City was expecting this level of play from AFC, just because everything has been so difficult, as Diego Pinto with a foul there going against Flower City.
Yeah, AFC looked like they're defending and they're 2-0 down. I mean, the effort that all of these guys are putting in, just no thought about the outcome, only about what's in front of them.
I think that just goes to show how unselfish this entire team is. Oh man, I thought that ball was going out of bounds, but it was crossed or flicked back into deep in the box, but it was able to be cleared out. But that just goes to show the unselfishness of the entire team. That we were talking about, like guys like Diego Pinto and Amir Spratt, who lead the league in goals or is close to the top in goals. They're still willing to get back on defense and play hard. As Amir Spratt trying to track it down. Thought there should have been a foul there?
Oh, I thought that for sure there was a handball there. I mean, you could say that his hand was in a natural position, but it definitely stopped an attack for AFC and definitely was a little bit closer than no look at it.
Yeah, I was too busy in the middle of my monologue,
and
I saw Ryan McGinnis jump up out of his chair and start slapping his hand. I was like, oh, man, I must have missed something. But a yellow card shown to a Flower City player is – Brendan Swan goes down. Looks to be okay.
And it looks like Nate Worthmuller going to come on for Jordan Akins, who also deserves a rest. Put in a huge shift for AFC. Worthmuller, worthy of entering this back line. He has had a great season so far for AFC.
But the defense has definitely been I can't think of a word. Defense has been great for AFC so far today, and in this entire playoff. They have yet to allow a goal against two of the top teams in the league, which we know was an issue. They had trouble during the regular season winning against the top teams, obviously losing 2 times to Cleveland and then once to Erie. But we did also pick up a win against Erie. But you can also say like, oh, the seeding was the playoff seeding was already locked up, so how much did that game really matter? But AFC proving all the doubters wrong coming into this, winning against 2-0 to Cleveland, and now currently on that same path against Flower City here in the championship.
Yeah, there really has been no let up these past 2 weeks, I want to say, with the opponents that AFC has faced. I mean, just so much quality, and it's really only helped them to get to this match, to put on this type of performance so far.
Yeah, Yeah, the ups and downs of the seasons as there's a little a scrum down there. Worthmuller hits the deck hard. He looks to be okay, but both players just fighting for the ball down there in the corner. Now Worthmuller sends a rocket towards midfield.
Also,
imagine taking he just winds up and taking that. You could probably take someone's head off with that, or just straight through someone's chest.
Also, another reason why he's just so valuable to this team. I mean, any set piece really. We know about the long throws. I mean, you just see it right there. That
long throw connoisseur as Brendan Swan. Not going to try and track it down, but he has it stolen away by Kyle Nelson, number 98 for Flower City. But AFC back on the attack. Trying to find Diego Pinto. That was Skladany, but he has it poked away. And a mishandle there from Flower City will give AFC the ball right back.
We're nearing in just under 12 minutes until we get some added time. Flower City going to put in 2 more substitutions, a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, just emptying their bench at this point. As number 11, Nick Rippey, will head off. I didn't see did you see the numbers for the substitutions at all?
I believe Bamford came off as well, their captain. Number 6.
Matt Bamford came off. So, yeah, Flower City just trying to give them any sort of momentum here late in this game. Crazier things have happened, not ruling this game out at any moment or at any chance right now because we've seen crazy things, but yeah. AFC firmly in control of their own destiny, as I know they definitely want to play or host another matchup later down the road. When do you think that matchup, if that does happen, I'm knocking on wood again, if that does happen, when do you think that match will be played? Next Saturday?
Yeah, yep.
Next Saturday. So if AFC were to come out victorious here against Flower City, which they well are on their way to, we would be back here next Saturday, and me and hopefully I'm not as sick. I can be here for both halves, but that's I'm going to knock on wood again. That seems to be the theme of the broadcast. You would hear from me and Stephen Caroli for one last time.
Be amazing.
Yeah.
But just still looking to close out these final 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know Amir Spratt's wants a goal.
And Nelson despite being 2 goals down, just such a class performance today. I mean, he has been as perfect as a defender as you can get.
Mm-hmm. Flower City Union fighting for it in the box, not able to get a shot off, and the amount of white jerseys that just swarm to the ball anytime the ball is in the box is insane. I mean,
something that this AFC team just does so well, too, defensively, is that not only are they ultra prepared for the first touch, the first attempt, they are ultra prepared as well for the second.
Yeah.
Just always cleaning things up if anything's left over.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier. The second attempt, like the grittiness, the toughness of these goals is what we're expecting in this game. As Flower City has it deep in AFC territory, it's bouncing around dangerously. Finally able to be cleared out to the back line, but Flower City back on the attack.
There's some grit by Nate Worthmuller, an awkward clearance, but he does the job.
Yeah. Crossed out of bounds behind the net. But most of the time, goals in these types of games where everything is hard fought, or you got to fight for everything, the first touch is normally not going to be where the goal is scored. The second touch, third touch, where the ball is bouncing around, chaos is happening, that's when you need to step up and either play solid defense, which AFC has done, or step up on the offensive side and continue to be gritty and find a way to get the ball in the net, which AFC has also done today. So you can say they're 2 for 2 on grittiness and toughness.
And I would say the biggest thing I see right now for this AFC team, the biggest characteristic in this game is just unselflessness. They are just doing such a good job at not only staying calm, staying level-headed, but also playing their part in the system and playing for the next guy across to them. Not only just looking to exert everything just for themselves, but looking to do, as Ryan Dean said, what is necessary for the team.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a well-rounded performance here tonight for AFC. And what a season they've had. there was some questions. They've had the ups and downs. They were off to a hot start, being off 4-0, 5-0. And then losing that first game to Cleveland as that is crossed into the box.
This is not over.
And out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Flower City.
This is not over in the slightest. I mean, anything can happen, and especially, Flower City is going to have the momentum for these last 10 or so minutes. And, in an instant, it could be 2-2.
High crosser to the top of the box. Nick Bertolini is able to snag it at the top of the net, as he will do everything in his power to keep the clean sheet.
He had one of the most incredible saves I've seen live against Cleveland in our semifinal match. Right at the end of the game, up 1-0, Cleveland looking to equalize, and he just pulls one out of the top drawer and just staying so calm on that scary moment right there.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about this AFC defense. Is again, Nick Bertolini goes up and grabs it.
Just so strong, so ready for the moment, and does not care about the outcome physically. What a player, and giving all he has for the team in white.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked so much about this AFC defense with Jordan Akins, Omar Najjar, but you also need to remember the goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are players too, you know. And a big part of the reason why AFC was second in the conference in goals allowed, because it was in large part to Nick Bertolini. He was such a good goalkeeper for us this year, and other goalkeepers obviously played their part, like Mikel Jeffers.
Right.
But Nick Bertolini has been the man, and he continues to do so by not allowing a goal so far in this playoffs.
Yeah, just what a great find by Ryan Dean in the offseason to bring him on, and just has been such a green link ever since the start. Definitely a yellow right there for number 22.
Yeah.
That is Avalon.
And Joey Avalon a little too aggressive there on the slide tackle, but that's also just some frustration coming out as we are nearing the 5-minute mark here in regulation.
It was, and it looks like
12, Nate Masucci is down, and here comes the trainer. So this will definitely add some injury time in terms of game, but wasn't sure what exactly happened there. I know he might have been caught up in the collision between the who was the AFC player that got slide tackled? Did you see?
That was Alex Depperschmidt, I believe.
Depperschmidt got tackled. And then it was Nate Masucci who was the one that tackled. Are you sure?
Yeah, not Avalon, I don't think. Yeah.
Joey Avalon.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh. So I know the ref showed a yellow card to someone. It was to 12. It was to Masucci, who's down right now. But it's okay. It's looking like it's something with the ankle, maybe, or the calf.
Yeah, it looks like it might be
on
a
that
cramp.
collision.
Up to his feet now, and walking towards the sideline. Glad to see that everything is A-okay here.
Yeah.
And just a gorgeous sunset for this NPSL Great Lakes Conference Final as well. It's been a while since I've seen a really good sunset here at Malone University. A fitting moment.
Yeah, I know. I was driving down here and I saw a few raindrops hit my dashboard and my windshield, and I was like, oh, we're in for it again. The Malone curse. Yeah. Every game here is played in miserable weather, but thankfully we were spared from that. It's a nice 74 degrees here at late in the second half. Definitely a nice setting for this championship game. But a substitution for Masucci, obviously. It'll be number 19 for Flower City. He'll make his way onto the pitch as we will restart play here in a moment. But I was saying this earlier, but what a season it's been for Ambassadors up until this point. Started off the season hot, 4 or 5-0. I can't remember exactly. I think it might have been 4-0. But then we had the big loss to Cleveland SC, and then there was a kind of a stretch there of, like, is everything going to be okay? Like, we lost twice to Cleveland.
Right.
We lost to Erie. The offense just wasn't really clicking as much as you'd like it to. We lost Jax Pena, who went on to other things. And we didn't know if this Ambassadors team was going to be the same. We didn't know if they were going to continue to play at their best level when we were succeeding early in the season. But they've definitely came back and proved everybody wrong by not only knocking off Erie in the final game, knocking off Cleveland, who they did not beat. Two teams they did not beat, as that is cleared away by AFC. Two teams they did not beat up until that point. And then finally here in the championship game, they're well on their way to avenging their loss from last year, as we have another substitution.
James Disidoro coming in for defensive purposes. And also I want to point out Kyle Nelson, my apologies, is up at the top, a forward now for Flower City Union. Always deployed as a center back, but, got to put your most quality player up top in a game like this in the situation that they are in.
Yeah, when you're down 2-0 in the championship game in the 89th minute, why not?
Right.
I mean, you got to find something. Your offense really hasn't been able to produce much all day. I mean, you've had chances, but you just need to get that extra oomph. Maybe just throw something at the wall and see if it'll stick.
Right.
And that's what they're doing there.
Exactly.
With Kyle Nelson. But again, AFC continues to be brutal on defense, but a foul going against them will prevent them from getting back on the attack. But
I feel like that doesn't follow the direction of how physical this
now
game
Flower
is being.
City trying to get it by Bertolini, but nice job by Bertolini to come up and snag that ball away from the Flower City player.
Really scary moment right there, but handled well by Bertolini.
Yeah. About 10 seconds to go here in regulation. We will have some injury time, so this game is not completely over yet, but up 2-0. Very similar to the situation that was in Cleveland, or against Cleveland here on Wednesday.
I could see about maximum 5 minutes, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't have many breaks before that Kyle Masucci. Was it Nate Masucci, injury late in the game. So likely we will not see too much injury time. But AFC well on their way to their first NPSL Great Lakes Championship.
Just look at this effort from this AFC backline, just working until they fear that final. So is Amir Spratt.
Amir Spratt. I think that's a penalty going against him. There was a collision there in the air. Looks scary, but Amir Spratt will be called for the penalty. How do you think it feels to the guys if they're able to come out with this win against specifically Flower City, who they were dominated in the championship last year by?
And Omar Najjar said it, right after he found out where the championship would be played and against who. He said that it's time for revenge. And, still very present on his mind, that match. It's not oftentimes that you get to a final, and when you lose it, I feel like you remember that, maybe even sometimes more than the glorious moments. And he's taking the most of his opportunity to avenge last year's final.
Yeah. This is not a regular season game that they were defeated in. It was the championship last year. That was AFC's first year in the NPSL. Is that correct?
Yes.
So being able to avenge that, but that is a crosser into the box as Bertolini. It sneaks by Bertolini, and Flower City Union is on the board. The clean sheet is gone as Flower City will rush back to center field to try and get this game going and potentially tying it up at 2 with only a few minutes left here in injury time. But
a gritty play by Flower City, getting it into the goal there, just doing everything they can, and they got one to go through. And now you're going to see the masses go forward as they are going to press the final couple minutes of added time. And if you're AFC, just looking to keep things out, looking to dump like you're on a hockey penalty kill.
Mm-hmm. But definitely a scary situation. AFC thought this game was well within their reach, but now it's 2-1, and with Flower City on the attack, Bertolini snags it. He'll take as much time as he can getting this kick off. Try and waste away the rest of this clock.
He's got a boot
leg
as well.
Oh, man. Kicks it all the way
is unreal.
To the opposite field, switching field position as Flower City will just let it roll out of bounds, and they'll get a goal kick. A smart play there by the Flower City player. I thought it was number 19. He let that ball roll all the way out of the back of the field to let them reset with the goal kick. As now they'll advance it downfield. AFC trying everything in their power to stop this Flower City attack. 1 goal away from tying it is Flower City. A shot on the goal, not on the goal, but right of the goal, as now Bertolini will slowly walk over and again try to waste away the rest of this clock. But I know all AFC fans right now, and I'm sure a lot of the players are holding their breath as Flower City Union able to not tie it, but 1 goal away from tying it.
This game is never, it's never calm. It's never peaceful. I mean, it always finds a way to get interesting, and here is that.
Yeah. I know Flower City Union's been looking for a gritty goal like that, and they finally get it in injury time, but they're going to need another one if they're going to want to tie this one up and send it to extras.
What a great clearance by James Isidora right there. That is perfect.
Takes it parallel to the out-of-bounds line. Gets it all the way back on Flower City's side of the field for the moment. But Flower City will continue to press. Kicks it all the way down into the box. Is there going to be a penalty? No. Thought there might have been a penalty called on AFC. Kyle Nelson was in the box. He's trying to track down the ball, but he fell down.
And the ref looking at his watch, you just got to think, when is that whistle going to come? It can't come soon enough for AFC and Flower City, just hoping it's another minute longer.
Mm-hmm. Bertolini down towards midfield, and a brutal play there.
And honestly, a smart foul by Patrick Hart right there, just looking to hold up some play. A dangerous foul, though.
Yeah, he undercut him, and the Flower City player went falling onto his head. Oh, man, that did not look good at all.
No, we really hope that everything is okay. That's
number 14, Jack Hobson.
Yep.
But the goalkeeper will keep things going. I mean, that was a scary play, but play will continue on. Flower City trying everything in their power to tie this game up. In the corner, dancing around, trying to find an open shot. It's crossed in, looking for a handball, but the ref will not give it to him. As Flower City trying to get the possession back, they will. Depperschmidt pressing the Flower City player, and a foul goes against him.
These players just looking to do anything to take this time off the clock.
And now Depperschmidt kicking the ball down the field.
And you got to think, when is this extra added time going to end? It has to be soon because the goalkeeper is coming up for this set piece. Oh,
goalkeeper! That one an awkward crosser will try to be tracked down. Will it go out of bounds? And it will. And that will do it. Ambassadors are your Great Lakes NPSL 2026 champions. From falling to the same team in the championship last year to now being at the very top and knocking off Flower City 2-1. What a moment for this AFC team.
The skies are golden over King Field for the champions. What a build-up this has been. 6 years in the making to get to this point. Started in the NOSL. The first year they played in that league, got to the final, won the championship. The first 2 years in the NPSL, both finals. They lose to Flower City in the first. They get revenge. They get their first NPSL title in their first 2 years. This is unreal by Ryan Dean and company. The will of all these men to put their egos aside and fight to a common cause. This is the moment where you can relax, you can celebrate. The process has worked, and you have got to the pinnacle. Yeah. What a performance.
I was going to bring up Ryan Dean. I don't think this is possible without Ryan Dean being at the helm. He has done such a good job of manning this team, recruiting, being a level-headed coach as he is. And finally, I know you've been waiting for this for a while because you guys have been here for so long, but they are finally at the top of the Great Lakes Conference, only 2 years in, with the potential for more on the way.
When I called the NOSL final where we won in year 1, I was doing it off of my phone, recording and speaking into my phone, and now I'm in this press box with you, Riley, with nice microphones. This program, everywhere, top to bottom, has just leveled up and leveled up. There is no room for complacency. Wow, what a program. I love Ambassadors Football Club Ohio.
What a long way. Specifically, you've come, and you and Ryan have both come in this team as they celebrate on the field. AFC will hoist their first Great Lakes Conference trophy. But that means more Ambassadors football is on the way because, as we said, next week, with a win here, next week, Ambassadors will host a regional tournament with the winners from all the Great Lakes conferences. As they are celebrating with Wonderwall on the field. But like I was saying, Ambassadors will host here. We don't know exactly what team, but such a great moment for this Ambassadors squad.
Wow. I mean, I'm just so happy for this group, for all of these guys, all the men that you see on this field dancing around and celebrating right now. Yeah. They have waited so long and worked so hard for this moment. And, I mean, just the best group of guys it can happen to. Anytime you need to, talk to them, have a smile, you can absolutely do that. No egos, just all of these guys coming together. And, wow, just what a moment.
Yeah, credit to Flower City Union as well. They did a lot in this season, knocking off the Erie Commodores, but Ambassadors, I kind of don't want to stop talking because the stream's going to end. I want to see this full celebration. That was good. That was great. But yeah, are we gonna stick around? Is there a trophy presentation?
We're gonna keep this live stream rolling so some fans could watch the celebrations and maybe the trophy presentation. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna say that I'm going to stop talking just because I want to run down on that field and hug every single one of those guys.
All right. We'll call it from here. This has been Riley Tyna and Stephen Caroli. Thank you for joining us over the course of this entire season, but we are not done. We still have one more game with potentially more on the way. But once again, thank you for joining us here in the booth. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping in.